Today on Scully Heifer Adventures, the marina has actually gone through a reconfiguration as the lake levels have changed and risen, and it has actually turned me into some tight quarters. So before I could actually just ride right into my slip, but I can't do that anymore. Now I actually have a dock to the right of me, and I've got the boats all the way on the left of me, so I've got a real narrow channel that I have to go through, and I have to make an immediate port turn right there on the left to turn into my slipway. And as I turn into the slipway, you'll notice that I'm in forward gear, and I'm going very slow. I'm just basically at idle. So I'll make the turn. And as I'm making this turn, it's a little difficult for me to make it extremely tight. Again, I got that shoal keel on it. I don't have that little fin keel. So the Com-Pac 23 doesn't make the sharpest turns. But that's not a problem. My slip is going to be on the right-hand side. So what I want to do is I want to get to the port side. And I want to hug that port side as much as possible. And as I come down this slip, I'm just going to leave it into gear. I want to keep my forward momentum as much as possible. Because before, when I was just going straight into the slip and I wasn't having to turn, yeah, I could kill the power and I could just coast on in and have it where my boat was basically stopping as I entered the dock. But I've got to keep the power up here because I do not want to lose power and I do not want to lose momentum as I make the turn into my slip. So again, we're going to go nice and slow, but I'm going to hug the port side so that way as I make that turn, I'm going to be able to do it. And then forward gear, keeping my momentum up. I'm getting ready to turn into my slip. I gotta keep the momentum up. And as I turn, put her into neutral. Let the momentum take me in. Aim for the edge of the dock, and right as my bow starts getting there, I'm going to turn. We're straightening up into the slip. A little bit more. And as we enter the slip, kill our momentum, put it in reverse, put it back in neutral. In reverse, and we're right where we need to be. Let's get our first one on. Crosswind here. So on this docking maneuver, the marina was still being reconfigured, and I was able to make that turn and get closer to my port side boats over here on the docks. So while the camera makes it look like I'm extremely close to them, I don't think I was that close to them. But the same thing is going to happen. I'm going to hug the opposite side of where my slip is, and I'm going to keep momentum all the way up until I start turning into my slip, where I will cut power. I will let the momentum of the boat turn me into the slip. I will point to the far side of my slip, and as the bow hits that far side of the slip, that's when I will finish churning in and straighten the boat out. I do not want to aim for the center of my slip. I'm going to aim for the outside of my slip, that outside corner. And then as I hit my slip, I will put the reverse on. Just put it into neutral as I start turning into my slip. So now that I'm in neutral, you'll notice that my bow is aimed to that outside corner. That's where I want to go, not to the center. And then we're going to keep that momentum going. And as that bow hits that outside corner, we're going to start churning it in. That bow on that outside part of the slip, you're going to follow it like a line as it starts coming around. And then as you start entering the slip and you start straightening up, we're going to start putting it into reverse because we don't want to keep going. And we're going to pop it into reverse, neutral there for a few times. Those are those clicks you're hearing. And then we'll do one final big rev in reverse to make the boat stop. And there you go. Now that it completely stopped, I can then just step right off, grab the boat, got my dock line right here, go ahead and pick it up, and then we attach it to the clip. And there you go, guys. That's how you enter a dock in tight quarters. So if you just maintain the same steps every time, you'll be okay. So as always, if you've made it this far, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure to come.